Thank you for joining me. Today, I'll be walking through two distinct approaches to Peter Saville's retrospective event poster. One is a refined version of a previous design, and the other is a new design altogether, both based on feedback and self-assessment. The second design attempts to communicate a more expressive and contemporary approach. However, both posters apply key Gestalt principles, but in different ways to position the designer within. Again, the refined design takes into account both peer feedback and a self-assessment, focusing specifically on clarity, balance, and visual flow to improve communication. For example, the typographic hierarchy is being strengthened to ensure the designer's name stands out more clearly with bold, legible type from a distance in particular, which aligns with the Gestalt principle of figure ground, where the most important elements stand out against the background, adding emphasis to those elements. Furthermore, adjustments in scale, weight, and alignment help differentiate primary and secondary information. This application of proximity and similarity guides the viewer's eye naturally through the content by associating different elements together and making the design feel more cohesive. The positioning of elements in the upper left quadrant creates a sense of continuity, ensuring the viewer's gaze flows through the design smoothly and intentionally. Additional changes like balancing the visual weight throughout the composition, creating a sense of unity and cohesion, aligning with the Gestalt principle of prognance, where the whole is more important than the individual parts, or in perception. And the refined design balances minimalism, which is a key aspect of Saville's designs, with clarity and sophistication, communicating Peter Saville's brand identity as a modern, innovative, and experimental graphic designer. The alternate design introduces a more dynamic, asymmetrical layout that contrasts with the refined version. Here, leaning into the principles of closure and common fate, fragmented design elements create a sense of movement and energy, helping to combine the overall visual flow while leaving room for the viewer to mentally complete the visual composition. This active participation helps enhance visual participation and engagement from the viewer. Incorporating bold and vibrant colors along with typographic repetition, drawing influence from Peter Saville to create a more modern, tech-savvy feel, these choices seem particularly rooted in similarity and continuity, providing an overall cohesiveness to the design, and also encouraging rhythm that carries the viewer's eye and adds energy to the composition. The alternate poster takes a more experimental approach with layered textures and dynamic element placement, reflecting a more contemporary digital aesthetic. This design positions Peter Saville as someone who thrives in an experimental space while staying connected to a solid visual system. Finally, both posters demonstrate a thoughtful application of Gestalt principles, with the refined version focusing on clarity and sophistication, and the alternate design embracing experimentation and boldness. Together, these designs highlight Peter Saville's versatility, positioning, experience, and positions him as both contemporary and sophisticated in his design visual elements within this artistic space. And finally, thank you for joining me.